Hi, I'm Michelle and welcome to Pelvic Exercises. Well, today's all about unsafe abdominal exercises, and I'm going to show you 3 exercises that you need to avoid doing on the ball if your pelvic floor is weak. So this is if you've got weak pelvic floor muscles, if you've just had a baby, for example, if you've had pelvic prolapse surgery or after a hysterectomy. These are the types of exercises that you might see regularly performed, and some people can do them, but not women with at-risk pelvic floor muscles. The first one is a sit up on the ball, and you see this all the time done in gyms. These are ones not to do for your at-risk pelvic floor. Okay, so the first exercise to avoid if you have pelvic floor weakness or an at-risk pelvic floor is the basic abdominal curl. So coming into the abdominal curl, you'll see this done like this typically, a lift up, and sometimes it will be done with weights across the chest. Now the reason that exercise can be problematic is when these strong upper abdominal muscles work, they actually put a downward pressure on the pelvic floor. So you can imagine if you're repeating that exercise, lifting up, there's the forceful downward pressure there. And so sometimes, unfortunately, women after having their babies or after surgery think that type of exercise is okay, and unfortunately we know that while it's okay for some people, it's not right, not the best exercise at all for women with at-risk pelvic floor muscles. Let's look at exercise number 2 now. So the second exercise that I'm going to show you is another intense core exercise, and this is called a roll out on the ball. So you'll see this exercise done with the forearms on the ball and the roll out and the roll back. Now again, that can involve quite an intense abdominal contraction and not a good exercise for women with at-risk pelvic floors. Often you'll see that done repeatedly, that position and bringing it back and taking it out and bringing it back. So that's the second exercise that I'd suggest to avoid if your pelvic floor is at risk. The third exercise is a lying down exercise, and this is an exercise you really need to avoid. Okay, so our third exercise is lying down. This is a ball raise between the legs. So lying down flat, you'll often see this exercise done with a raise like that and the ball lower down. So I'm not even going to repeat that exercise, but not only is that an intense core exercise for your tummy, it's also an exercise that will place a lot of strain on the lower back. So that really is an exercise to avoid if you've got an at-risk pelvic floor or at-risk lower back problem. So what have we gone through there? We've gone through 3 exercises to avoid if you have pelvic floor weakness or at-risk pelvic floor. We did the basic abdominal crunch, the sit-up exercise. We did the roll-out exercise, which is another intense core exercise. And then finally we finished off lying on the ground, looking at that ball lift and lower exercise. So for much more information about pelvic floor friendly exercises, check out pelvicexercises.com.au or subscribe now for more exercise videos, especially exercise videos teaching you safe core exercises for women. I hope you've benefited from that exercise video today. I look forward to exercising with you again soon. Bye for now.